With profound, humble gratitude and love to all venerated enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy, blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace.
Part 3 of 4.
Etc.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
But to act unjustly and to disobey God, I know is evil and base. I shall never, therefore, fear or shun things which, for aught I know, may be good, before evils which I know to be evils. Please continue watching for more philosophical wisdom of Socrates, vegetarian.
My heart literally hurts for the animals that are abused in our culture and around the world. When I actively think about it, it truly saddens me. I could no longer be a part of that, in addition to any contribution I can make to cleaning up our world. Dalila Eshe, vegan.
When visiting southern Greece, greet the friendly locals with "Sebenze mir," which means "How are you?" in Avenitica. I am Evangeline. The noble Avenites appreciate all the loving kindness you show to all Earth's co-inhabitants. Let's stop the killing karma by everyone adhering to the benevolent vegan lifestyle, spreading peace and contentment throughout our world. Welcome to Virtue and Integrity, selections from the Apology of Socrates by Plato, Vegetarian, Part 1 of 2, on Words of Wisdom. The venerated Socrates was born in Athens, Greece, circa 470 BC. Many people consider him to be the father of Western philosophy. Others think of him as an insightful teacher and an enlightened master. Socrates believed that an individual's main purpose on earth was to discover the truth. He stated that most people focus their lives around their families, careers, and social responsibilities, when in fact they should be concerned about the welfare of their souls. With compassion for all life, Socrates followed and promoted a vegetarian diet. Most of the information about Socrates, his life, and his philosophy was transcribed after his departure by two of his students, Plato and Xenophon. These disciples wrote about their master in several books, in which Socrates is depicted as the main character. One of Plato's most famous and influential works is The Apology of Socrates. This is a philosophical, legal defense that Socrates used in the unjust court trial against him, which Plato recorded as an audience of the court. Here, Socrates expounds on the importance of being virtuous and choosing to do good, even in the face of hardship. During a lecture in Costa Rica in 1989, Supreme Master Ching Hai spoke of the sacrifices that the saints, including Socrates, made to enlighten people and why they are the greatest peacemakers.
All the saints in the past worked very hard to enlighten people, even though by doing so, They have to endure many kind of criticism, misunderstanding, and hardship, sometimes even risking their lives, such as in the case of Jesus and Socrates. Also Buddha, many people wanted to kill him, also tried to blacken his name. But despite all of this difficulty, the saints always endure for the sake of people. The saints are the greatest peacemakers, the greatest politicians who always bring peace into the world. The king without any throne, because they don't need anything in this world.
Today we would like to present excerpts from Plato's The Apology of Socrates, where Socrates shows his wisdom and courage by explaining why we must do what is virtuous and right and refrain from doing what we know is evil. Perhaps, however, someone may say, "Are you not ashamed, Socrates, to have pursued a study from which you are now in danger of dying?" To such a person I should answer with good reason, "You do not say well, friend, if you think that a man who is even of the least value ought to take into the account the risk of life or death, and ought not to consider that alone when he performs any action, whether he is acting justly or unjustly, in the part of a good man or bad man." For thus it is, O Athenians, in truth, wherever anyone has posted himself, either thinking it to be better or has been posted by his chief, there, as it appears to me, he ought to remain and meet danger, taking no account either of death or anything else in comparison with disgrace. I then should be acting strangely, O Athenians, if, when the generals whom you chose to command me assigned me my post at Potidea, at Amphipolis, and at Delium, I then remained where they posted me, like any other person, and encountered the danger of death. But when the deity, as I thought and believed, assigned it as my duty to pass my life in the study of philosophy and examining myself and others, I should on that occasion, through fear of death or anything else whatsoever, desert my post. Strange indeed would it be. And then, in truth, anyone might justly bring me to trial and accuse me of not believing in the gods, from disobeying the oracle, fearing death, and thinking myself to be wise when I am not. For to fear death, O Athenians, is nothing else than to appear to be wise without being so, for it is to appear to know what one does not know. For no one knows but that death is the greatest of all good to men, but men fear it as if they well knew that it is the greatest of evils. And how is not this the most reprehensible ignorance, to think that one knows what one does not know? But I, O Athenians, in this perhaps differ from most men, and if I should say that I am in anything wiser than another, it would be in this, that not having a competent knowledge of the things in Hades, I also think that I have not such knowledge. But to act unjustly and to disobey God, I know is evil and base. I shall never, therefore, fear or shun things which, for aught I know, may be good, before evils which I know to be evils, O Athenians. I honor and love you, but I shall obey God rather than you, and so long as I breathe and am able, I shall not cease studying philosophy, and exhorting you and warning any one of you I may happen to meet, saying, as I have been accustomed to do, O best of men, seeing you are an Athenian, of a city the most powerful and most renowned for wisdom and strength? Are you not ashamed of being careful for riches? How you may acquire them in greatest abundance and for glory and honor, but care not nor take any thought for wisdom and truth, and for your soul, how it may be made most perfect. And if any one of you should question my assertion and affirm that he does care for these things, I shall not at once let him go, nor depart, but I shall question him, sift and prove him. And if he should appear to me not to possess virtue, but to pretend that he does, I shall reproach him for that. He sets the least value on things of the greatest worth, but the highest on things that are worthless. Thus I shall act to all whom I meet, both young and old, stranger and citizen, but rather to you, my fellow citizens, because ye are more nearly allied to me. For be well assured, this the deity commands, and I think that no greater good has ever befallen you in the city than my zeal for the service of God. For I go about doing nothing else than persuading you, both young and old, to take no care either for the body or for riches, prior to or so much as for the soul, how it may be made most perfect, telling you that virtue does not spring from riches, but riches and all other human blessings, both private and public, from virtue.
Making war, congratulations. Even the fetus, the unborn, already hate you.
Thoughtful viewers, thank you for your company today for words of wisdom. Please join us tomorrow for part 2 of this program. Coming up next is Awakening Our Compassion, books by the Venerable Yetsunma Tenzin Palmo, vegetarian, part 2 of 2. May God bless you and your loved ones abundantly.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/WOW.
برنامه‌های ما شامل زبان‌های بسیاری است. از این وبسایت‌ها دیدن فرمایید: suprememastertv.com/schedule و suprememastertv.com/WOW.